Good morning, students. Today we're going to talk about vertebrate diversity. Hopefully you are having a wonderful Wednesday. Amphibians and reptiles is our main focus for the vertebrates. There are five major groups of vertebrates. They include amphibians, birds, fish, mammals, and reptiles. There are there are certain ways that vertebrae differ. And this is based on the body temperature. Some vertebrates do not produce much internal heat. Other vertebrates can control their internal heat and maintain homeostasis. So, you have the ectotherms. And ecto means outside. Ectotherm body heat changes with the outside temperature. Reptiles and you have the little turtle. Ectotherm body temperature changes with the outside heat. Endo means inside. Endotherms. They control internal heat. It makes and regulates its own body temperature. So you have the emperor penguin and the little cute little snow bunny. Vertebrate diversity. Vertebrates, like many other animals, are very diverse. Vertebrates come in different shapes and sizes and live in all types of environments, from the polar bears, which are in a very cold temperature, to the angelfish and the clownfish with the sea anemone. Now, the sea anemone is not a vertebrate. Remember, sea anemones are part of the invertebrate group. And I wonder if you remember what part that sea anemones belong to. So amphibians are vertebrates that are exothermic. They spend most of their early life in water. And see the little frog, you say call him frog and not froggy. Amphibians spend their adult life on land. So amphibian means double life. So part of their life is spent on land and the other part of their life is spent in the water. So now we have Sal the salamander. Sal the salamander here. What's up? Amphibians return to land to reproduce and lay eggs. Adult frogs and toads don't have tails, but salamanders do. So that's sort of how you can sort of tell the difference. And this little salamander has little spots on it. So now we're going to have a moment in STEM. Look at our wonderful little blue frog. The table shows an exaggerated number of estimated species in each group of vertebrates. So calculate how many vertebrates there are in all. Then we have an exaggerated number of vertebrate species. I saw a nice little chart in a source and I didn't have time to copy the source. I didn't take time to copy the source. So I created my own chart in Google Docs and made it where you could have a basic understanding about how many vertebrates we have. But I changed the numbers just a little bit since I didn't give credit to the source. So vertebrate categories. You have fishes, which are 31,313. Amphibians, 6,555. 6,555 amphibians. Reptiles, 8,888. Birds, 9,999. And mammals, 5,555. Which group has the least number and which one has the greatest? Right. So the total number of vertebrates in all, with this exaggerated number, and it's still about the same from the original source. It's going to be about 60,000 types of vertebrate species. The greatest amount of vertebrates we have are fish. They're still in the deep ocean. They're discovering animals all the time. So it's just amazing how vast and wonderful our world is. Thank God for the Creator. You have amphibians, which is 6,555, but they did not make the cutoff. The smallest group of animals would be your mammals. So here is a quick little video on the chameleons. I'm going to rush the video just so you can get the idea in my video, but I'm not going to watch a 3-minute video while I'm recording, but I just want you to get an idea to see the neatness of how this chameleon changes. I can speed up the number so you can see it go faster. So that pretty much concludes, not ends, stops with our lesson with the chameleon. Let's go to our next slide. All right, so reptiles are vertebrates. Alligators, chameleons, and snakes are reptiles. Reptiles are ectothermic, having a scaly skin and lungs. They lay eggs on land. Most reptiles live on land but can swim. Sea turtles live in water but still breathe air. So here's some questions. Describe the characteristics that all reptiles share. Right. They have scaly skin, lungs, lay eggs on land, and breathe air. How does scaly, thick skin help reptiles survive on land? Answer. The skin prevents water loss, which helps keep water in their bodies. How are snakes different from other reptiles? Right. Snakes do not have legs. In our last slide, we're going to talk about making your own animal. You can choose an animal and make a model. And once you choose your animal and you make a model, it can be a very simple model as a drawing, or more complex as you take in some yarn for my people who like art and just creating a really elaborate animal. And then I may provide some links for you to view on your own for how to make your own animal. And that concludes our lesson. Have a great day. Remember to join me at 1:00 for my Zoom meeting, which is basically just a recap and just checking to see if you have any questions.